movies. Mutilation, decapitation, torture. Does that sound entertaining? More blood than a blood bank. Have we got your attention?
All right, welcome back, terrestrials. In this episode, well, this is another one Jerry picked. I was pushing for like The Faculty or let's continue the 90s run. Jerry said, no, no, no. Let's do something. Let's take a
Still
break.
on that iceberg.
Yeah, yeah, barely.
Hmm.
So he said, hey man, let's do Jeepers Creepers. I said,
Jeepers Creepers. That's
hey
right.
man, okay. So 2001's Jeepers Creepers. Here we go. What do you think? What do you rate this movie?
Well, like a C plus, B minus, more on the C plus side.
Yeah, I feel like a B minus is fair for this movie.
Yeah.
I see your C minus, but I'll defend a B
Yeah.
or your C
It's
plus.
better than average,
Yeah, I think that this
especially for the time
movie
that it came out.
exactly. I think for this movie to have come out in 2001, it's original. It tries hard. It does good storytelling.
Hmm.
It's a good creature feature monster movie.
Yeah, good monster.
Um, and so like it, but it does a good job of like blending slasher and creature feature.
Yeah.
Um, so for me, I saw this movie a lot when it came out,
Yes,
and
same.
so when you wanted to watch it, I was kind of like, because
That's
I had
why, because I
just
haven't seen it in so long.
oh yeah,
It was
well,
like
I
that
had
thing where
I
I was
had
like,
seen it in
yeah.
a lot recently. Well, not a lot. I watched all five of these with my daughter recently in the
I've only
last
watched the first one.
in the last year.
Okay.
So
So
yeah,
check back for the other ones.
they
Yeah.
don't get better. So
No.
but yeah, so like I had seen these more recently. So when you
Okay.
said that, I was like, you sure?
Yes,
And you're
yeah.
like, yeah, no, I'm pretty sure. And I was like,
Just
all
pull
right,
this
fine, fuck
band-aid,
it.
man. Fucking
Um,
gotta do the Jeepers Creepers. So
so I watched several other things avoiding watching this. Like I told you, I watched Ice Cream Man. I watched some other movies,
you
and then I
watched
was like,
Ice Cream Man
I
because you
watched
didn't
Ice
want to
Cream.
watch this. That's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the lower tier and shit.
Hey
That's
man,
I can't believe that. I put that
um,
movie on like a couple of times, and I like Clint Howard and
I
fucking
know that was the big thing. I was like, Clint Howard is pretty good in this one.
yeah.
But I was complimenting and shit just to not watch Jeepers Creepers again. But no, I mean the movie's good.
Right,
I think it's overlooked a little bit because it is that 2000s, 2001, it's that 2000s thing.
right,
Um, I think that this movie has a little bit of everything for every horror fan. I mean, again, the monster movie,
right.
the duo, like the things that it has going for it are one, Justin Long and the female character have very good chemistry being brother sister. I
Right.
think they work well together. They argue well. Somebody should really fix that transmission in that fucking Cadillac because it was a big problem for them. Um, the monster looked good. He was, there's one close up of him where he's kind of wet. They got the lube
Yeah,
on his face and stuff. Looks good. The rest of the movie, he was very dry, and I didn't like that.
yeah,
But
yeah.
he was creative. The story was pretty good. I mean, it's it again, but it's the same thing. Like comes back every 23 years to feed for 23 days.
23 days. Yeah.
Right. It's that whole it thing.
Is
But, okay, sure,
is
why not?
this the first movie that put like let's take an old song and make it creepy?
So that was I was thinking like yes, well, I don't know about that part, but they used that movie or that old ass song from like 1934 or something,
Yeah.
uh, that is super creepy. And then I immediately thought of BioShock. And
Yeah.
that's the whole aesthetic of BioShock is like that creepy old ass music, and it works so well. And
Or
it's funny
fucking
because the music,
Insidious. They use
yeah,
Tiptoe or
right.
fucking like I know there's a couple of more of these song that like out there where it's like it's just a fucking song and but oh no, it's
And
creepier now
typically
because
they're
it's in
so
this movie.
happy.
Yeah.
The songs are always like joyful
Yeah.
movies or songs, and And for some reason, that old crackly record sounding music from the 30s is creepy as shit. I used to
Right.
have a record called The Sounds of the 30s,
Right.
and I would put it on, and it was like that thick. It was fucking crazy. It was like all my other records, the newer ones and stuff, very
Hmm.
flimsy. This thing was like a plate.
Yeah.
It was thick, and I would put that thing on, and it would play that music, and I would just sit there and wonder about like what was like what are you talking like what is life back then that
Yeah,
this is the
fucking
music that we're talking about?
stinks of the
World War
Great
One.
Depression and Jim Crow
Yeah,
era.
yeah, right. And
Fucking,
World War One and everything
yeah,
else. But
somewhere around there.
it 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 always is so creepy
Right.
when they do that. And I think it's a great idea because it works so well.
Yeah, I
But
mean, and it gives like a second marketable thing, you know, like fucking, oh, we can make a Halloween CD with Jeepers Creepers or fucking Tiptoe Through the Tulips or, because like if you notice like any Spotify playlist that out there, oh, they have fucking Tiptoe Through the Tulips, and it's like, should this be on Halloween playlist? And
all
it's like
music from back then
because,
should be on the
yeah.
Halloween playlist because it's fucking creepy. That's why they use it in the
Yeah,
movie.
just
It's
like all the 1950s like cowboy songs are now like considered like fallout territory. It's
right,
like the
exactly.
nuclear or the
And it
atomic
works.
age
So
music.
yeah, I think I don't know what our generation of music is going to be used for, whether it's going to be like that, post-nuclear music like Fallout or BioShock-esque music, but like
It's gonna
every
be
generation has
Nickelback and playing over
uh,
top of
uh,
fucking like
uh,
moments in history.
oh,
Fucking
Jesus.
and
Just
a
turn
hero will save us.
all
Fucking,
right.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Fucking, yeah, I mean, it's always gonna be the shitty music that fucking gets remembered. And
Well, my point more or less, I don't know that the music was shitty. I mean, it was probably popular music back in the day, but like I was just making more of the statement of like every generation speaks to something, right? So like that
right,
old-timey music ends up being horror movie music because it's creepy. The 50s music is
perceived.
like that golden era,
Yeah,
the golden oldies, which I love to death.
I got something in my
And then
left
the
pocket. I got
70s
something. Yeah,
is Vietnam. The 80s is
disco.
like, yeah, well, yeah, but mostly Vietnam. Um and every era has its thing.
Right.
So I was just kind of wondering, like listening to that, because they use that updated version of Jeepers Creepers in the car, like
Mm,
when they're tuning stations, and then there's like TLC doing it or like
yeah. Well,
fucking and I was just like, huh, interesting. I wonder what our generation is going to do with music, like our music.
yeah.
Um
Or the next two, like when, at 20 years down the line, like, Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls gets played on like some horror movie
hey
or,
man.
but anyway, fuck it.
Okay.
Yeah, so but the music I think is proper and stuff. Can I tell you the one thing that I think that really works well in this movie? And it's like
I could tell you a handful of things,
uh,
so go for it.
yeah, I mean, but the one thing that really was like, okay, that was done good. That was good. Okay, so the movie starts hot. Okay,
Hmm.
I mean, like it's just like, and we're in the car and stuff, and they're sitting there bitching and fucking like they are looking at the license plate, and then like, but you can still the camera angle, you can still see out the back window, so we see the RV that they,
Hmm.
whatever the license plate was, and you can
We
see it
see it
pull
turn
off,
off. Yeah.
and then all of a sudden, this fucking bat out of hell fucking car, you could
Mm-hmm.
see from far away
Mm-hmm.
come just right up on their ass, fucking blowing the horn. And I was like, that is really good. I enjoyed that.
I noticed that as well because it's not threatening until it's on their bumper.
Right.
It just looks like some old vehicle, or like you don't even, it doesn't even come into focus until it's like, 6 car lengths back, and then you're like, oh, that's a weird old truck.
Right.
And then it keeps getting closer, and you're like, what the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck? And you know what I mean? Like it just gets closer until it like screams at him.
Yeah.
Um, Obviously we have to take a moment to talk about we have to go to Jacob's little car corner, um, and discuss the vehicles in the movie.
Okay.
Now I know you and your wife's big thing in movies is like hurting animals.
Yes.
I don't like seeing old cars hurt in movies. It's so annoying to me to watch that beautiful old Cadillac with all that transmission trouble get pummeled in the back.
More than a dog going, ow!
Yeah, I mean, there's
That's
millions of dogs. There's not so many cars anymore. Those Cadillacs don't exist anymore. Like, you can get another Golden Retriever, there's millions of them, but
uh,
these cars do not exist like that.
boo this
Um,
man. Boo this
yeah, yeah.
boo this man.
Um, but yeah, so that car, like it gets rammed or whatever, and
Right.
then those the sounds were not fake transmission sounds. They were grinding gears in that poor car, destroying its transmission. I don't know if the transmission was really like that or not. But it
Oh
sounds like they
no.
were just making the noise. Like nobody was pushing the clutch in, and they were just slamming it into gear, trying to get it to
Yeah.
go to
Oh,
make the
the one
noise. And I'm
sister
just like,
when the truck was coming down the road and she was on the
yeah,
lookout, she's just like
yeah,
jerking that thing off and
yeah, I
stuff to
know.
make it go. And it's
Yeah,
like,
I
I
know.
think there's a method to that.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was bothering me. But yeah. Also, uh the creeper's vehicle. I'm not sure what type of vehicle that is. I'm sure somebody out there can tell us. It looked like an old milk truck or something, or an old,
Yeah.
yeah, something like that. Um, but the sounds that thing is making, that's the sound of like a big block in a muscle car.
Right.
Like when you think of like American Muscle and you see like the car with the hood scoop with the
Hmm.
cutout, and there's that big blower on it, and you
Yeah.
see that big thick belt going down into the motor.
Right.
That big old belt is what makes that noise. So that means that thing had some massive like built motor in it. And then I was looking at it and I was like, how did the creeper get personalized tags?
Yeah, I was gonna bring that
Like,
up too.
like what
Like
the
that must
fuck
have been
is
a
that shit?
hellacious day at the DMV. I
Yeah,
mean, but you
yeah,
got
yeah.
23 years to
That's
kind of lay
true. That's
low.
true.
So I
That's
mean,
true.
that's how he got the car and fucking, you know. But those are moments in the movie where you kind of just like, okay, yeah, sure, sure,
I mean, the
why
truck
not?
sounded good. The truck looks good. It has
It's
the
unique.
cattle pusher on the front of it. It looks great. Um it I think that between the creeper, between the truck, between the church and the pipe,
Hmm.
it really sells this movie as a good creature feature film. Most of the time, and it's funny because it has wings, but it chooses to drive.
Yeah,
It and it makes you
I want to
wonder,
go
like,
fucking fast. Like,
I mean, it does. It goes
they are
fast.
like in the deep south and stuff. Like,
It's
why
true.
fly when you can fucking fly on these, huh?
Um, but it kind of makes me wonder, like, all right, so this is a not human, like this isn't like a mutation of
Right,
a human. This is some beast that has existed forever.
right.
Why does it choose to drive? Why, you know what I mean? Like it's giving it almost these human characteristics
Yeah.
that don't line up with what it is.
It's almost
Um,
like my one of two complaints that I have on this, where I'm like, hey, this was done better. Hey, this was done way better. It was called fucking Tombs in the X-Files.
there's quite a few times that I was like, X-Files.
Yeah, Tombs.
Um, yeah,
Completely fucking, and they gave you all the information in a goddamn hour long, and this movie, like couldn't do certain things and shit. Fucking
well, there was a couple times in the movie where I was like, this needs Mulder and Scully.
yeah.
Like, but yeah, it eats like tombs to stay alive like tombs and stuff. I get all that. And you could pick this movie apart for a bunch of different reasons, which
Yeah.
in the past I have. Um, but um there was I just think that for the time period, for what it is, they did a good job with a lot of the things. Like when they first show that kid in the pipe and they show his stomach, he's
Yeah.
not like he's sewn together with like twine.
Yeah.
And I thought that that looked really good. I was like, yeah, of course he's not going to have like surgical equipment.
Hmm.
Like he's going to have whatever the fuck he finds.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, he's sewed. And then the thing, I liked the idea that he had all those bodies like petrified to the walls and
Yeah,
stuff.
it's kind of like
They didn't look good.
shellacked. Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't look good, but the idea and the concept, what I was able to forgive the way it looked because I liked the idea of it. I
Hmm.
liked that he just kept his things there, almost like a hive. Oh,
Yeah.
kind of like a bat
It
cave
was
hive thing.
just like
Um,
fucking Toombs did in
right,
the basement, his cocoon or his
right.
nest and shit, and where
Well,
he had like
yeah,
the little trinkets. And
right,
I
right.
think that the with Toombs and the trinkets, and trust me, this is amazing because you know me in that fucking episode where I'm just like, I mean, it's okay, but I don't. But watching Jeepers Creepers, I was just like, man, Toombs is way better and shit, fucking, and like with just like okay yeah the look of the creeper
Yeah,
it looks pretty good
yeah. I don't
but
understand the hair.
no like
Again,
yeah
that
this
that gives
wisp
it more of a human
human yeah
characteristic.
but Tombs just with them yellow eyes and
Yeah.
shit and fucking like he seemed creepier because we were given information but not given a whole lot so like I mean like we didn't learn that he could squeeze through like things and shit until
I
like
mean, we
midway.
found that out. No, we found that out pretty quickly
Oh yeah,
in the
there
episode.
was the
The
beginning of
the
the episode.
detectives
How did he
don't
get in? You know?
the detectives don't find out. Mulder
Right,
and Scully don't find out, but we see him being able to do it pretty
right,
quickly.
right.
I think that for me, I think that this is a better version of Toombs. The
Mm,
reason Toombs is scary is because he is human.
right,
He is a mutation of a human that has this ability, which makes him scary.
right,
This has its own version of scary because he is not human. This is not that now. This is not Tombs you can arrest or kill.
correct.
This thing you cannot. You can't arrest this. You can't kill this. This is an unstoppable force, seemingly. Um, so that's the polar different, or that's not polar different, but that's the difference in these, and that's why I would fear the creeper far more than Tombs. Tombs, yeah, if he sneaks into your vent, it's going to be annoying, but you can kill him.
Right,
This thing you can't. You don't really stand a chance. You can run, you can try to outrun, but we just watched these two try to outrun it,
right.
and it's going to track you by scent. So, poor Justin Long. He dies in every damn horror movie he's in.
And
Except Tusk. He got to live
yeah,
in
he was
Tusk,
lived
kind
at
of.
us, kind of.
But
Yeah.
Barbarian, he dies. This he dies. Fucking Tusk, he lives, technically, I guess. But he just dies in all these damn movies. It's a shame.
That brings up my second like gripe.
Oh, you don't like Justin Long now?
No, I
We're
do.
going.
I
Oh,
like him
okay.
way more than the fucking sister because the sister only
Okay.
bitches through this whole movie. Like all she does is yell and complain. Like after they kill this thing
Yeah.
and the psychic lady comes in,
Yeah.
all she's doing is yelling at this poor
She's
woman.
mean. Yeah, she
Yeah,
was
she was
mean as
just
shit.
being mean, and I was like,
Yeah.
I hope they and then like fucking it's like Justin, and it's just like why? Why? He should have been the final girl in this movie.
I mean, yeah. I wrote that down. I was like, Trisha's being a bitch to that nice lady who's trying to help them. Um, she's mean to everybody, but like I understand that she's playing two characters because she's playing the sister, but she's also playing the realistic, like real world thing. Like
Right.
when they're at the pipe and he's like trying to get down in there, she's like, "Oh, that's some shit that somebody in a scary movie would say," or something. She says something along those lines. And
Meta. Get
yeah,
it?
yeah. And I
You
was
know?
like, okay, but does that take us out of the movie? Or for me, does that take me out of the movie or bring me in more? Because like when they do it in Scream, it feels very natural. Here it felt
Right.
kind of like we're doing the Scream thing, but in a situation like that, if we were driving down the road and we saw a pipe that we thought a body got thrown down, that's exactly the comment that I would make. I would be like, that's some scary movie type shit. We don't need to investigate that.
Yeah.
So it makes the movie feel more real in this case to me, instead of taking me out going, oh, of course they would say something like that in the scary movie.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, she kind of sucks with how rude she gets with everybody.
Yeah. It kind of like there is no like, oh, I sympathize with this character. I sympathize with Justin the whole way because he's the
Right.
one who's like the information hungry
Right.
guy.
Hmm.
And like, but with her, it just seems kind of, I mean, the cat lady, she's yelling at the cat lady and shit
Yeah,
and
and she's telling
fucking,
Justin to hang up the phone on the lady that's calling
yeah.
when she's trying to warm
It's
them.
like,
She's like,
chill
hang
the
up the
fuck
phone, hang
out.
up the phone.
Chill the fuck
And she
out.
keeps like snatching the receiver to listen too.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, what is
Yeah.
going on?
Like,
Like,
chill.
it's almost like she didn't realize she's the side character in this
Yeah.
movie. But yeah, no,
It's
she does a good job, but her character is just over the top, and we don't need that. Like
right.
certain parts it makes
Like,
sense, but
it,
she's the one that is trying to stay at the old lady's house with the cats.
right.
Justin's the one like, come on, let's go, come on. She's like, no, we need a phone. And so it's her fault in that case. And you don't hear her bitching at that
What did you
part.
bring into my house?
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking, I
For
used to
some reason
love
I
that lady.
remembered her being like blind as fuck.
Mm,
I don't know why, but I remember I for some reason I pictured her blind or had no eyes
yeah.
because of the creeper. I thought
Yeah.
she had met him before and he took her eyes.
Yeah.
But and I guess I was just rewriting the movie better. I don't know. But um yeah, that lady's awesome. She died like a G.
Yeah, fucking she's packing explosive shells too.
Yeah,
Fucking because
yeah,
she shot that
guns don't
scarecrow
do
and
that. Yeah.
that thing exploded and shit.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
if you look closely, like when so the cats are all like
Yeah.
jumping up. I was like, oh wow, that's a cool little effect. And then I'm looking and I noticed one of the cats, it's all backwards. So it was filmed like the cats were just put up on the windowsills in
Mhm.
action, and then like simultaneously the cats just started jumping down. They probably put
Oh,
food.
really?
Yeah, because I noticed one of the cat's tail did this unique like flip and shit.
Uh,
Fucking, especially when they really started going after when I think the greatest line is it's not my scarecrow.
yeah.
Fucking, it's just like it's fucking dark out of here. How do you know, lady?
Well, it
Um,
was lit really well for it to be
yeah,
dark
yeah,
out.
it's got that backlit.
Yeah, yeah.
I did that to make it spookier and shit. Fucking, um, and then like the whole thing when they're at the jail and like the power goes out
Mhm.
and then like the cop is simultaneously searching all the cells. And then he comes to the one where the two guys are just like huddled up into the fucking corner while in the next cell it's just eating
Mhm.
and shit. And fucking I thought that looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
Um it just the presence of the creeper and whatnot. But with him without the clothes and the fucking hat at least, it's kind of given off just like demon like look like with the
Yeah. Well,
outfit he looks
we
like
don't
the
know.
Undertaker, with
We
with
don't,
grandpa, grandpa pair,
well, yeah, well, that's true. That reminds me of the funny part of the movie where he like the creeper is like throwing all the shit in the back of his truck and he puts his hat on and closes the door,
Mm.
then opens the door up and throws the head in and closes the door again.
Yeah.
For some reason that always makes me giggle in this movie, like, oh yeah, and this. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, we don't know what the creeper is, and I think in later in the series they try to come up with a story. Um, he may be a demon or like some sort of
Yeah.
like otherworldly thing. I don't remember, but yeah, it does lead itself to be more demon-esque without the Undertaker gear. But you know, again, I still think they did a good job at the creeper all the way around in this one. Um,
Do you
I
think we were
like
robbed
that.
because they didn't just ask the Undertaker to play this character and like not
I
put
don't
any
see how.
makeup? It's
I
just
don't see
the
how.
Undertaker doing this and shit.
Um,
What is that? It's the
I mean,
Undertaker.
I
He's at
think
the
I saw.
church.
I've seen all the Undertaker acting that I need to when he said, "You're a dead man, Ramsey."
You're a dead man, Ram.
So, but I think that they did a really good job. I like that throughout the movie his eyes are getting more glassy and
Mm.
foggy. And we know that he takes parts and we know we know what he's looking for.
Mm-hmm.
We know that in the jail he's eating because he needs to replenish his leg and his arm because they ran over him 100
Yeah.
times. Um, that cop in the beginning, like when we first get to that scene in that jail, that cop at the counter that looks like Shane Gillis, um, they're bringing that guy in, and he says something like the cop says something. He's like, "You boosted a 64 Chevelle." Or no, he says you boosted a 76 Nova. You got shit tasting cars. And
Yeah.
I was like, a 76 Nova is beautiful car. Like it's getting close to the 80s of like the weird like checker grill kind of thing that the 80s cars had. But a 76 Nova is beautiful and they have big old motors in the SS's. So that cop is fucking stupid. But anyways, again, that's just another side
Right.
rant. But that whole cop station is in the middle of nowhere, but for some reason I was like looking at it's at least 4 floors,
Yeah, and
three
has a
floors.
amazing window upstairs for I
Yeah,
don't know what.
the interrogation room thing that they were in. Justin's like grabbing onto the bars. I'm like, I can fit through those like gaps in that window.
Yeah.
Why is nobody just going through there and jumping? That room was bigger than half of my house. Like, what is happening? Like,
Right.
where is this podunk ass fucking station at that is built like one that like would make the cops in LA jealous?
Yeah.
Like the station is way too nice. It has at least 3 floors because when the cop is looking, he's looking down the stairs and there's a set of stairs to go up.
Yeah.
So it has at least 3 floors. And I was just like, this doesn't make sense. Like I was trying to map the police station and the lady goes, the psychic lady goes, you go upstairs and you get, blah, blah, blah. And then as they're trying to leave,
Mm-hmm.
the door doesn't open. Trish is being a bitch again. Um, and then she goes upstairs. Like, what? Like you knew.
Yeah, there's more to this place.
Well, but you said in your dream that they were killed upstairs. So why did you just tell them to go upstairs?
Yeah.
You
Oh,
took them right to the room that's right next to the creeper. He's in the like bullpen watching them through the glass.
right.
Like, why did you take them there? That part always never sat well with me. Like, I know she only had good intentions and all that, but like that part really confused me because I just didn't understand, like, if she has this gift and she can see that part, then why would she lead them to slaughter seemingly?
Yeah,
Um
maybe I
uh,
mean we find out in like fucking movie 3 Fucking, oh, she's working with the creeper. That's how he got,
Nah, it ain't nothing like that. Dude, these movies go off the rails so fast.
uh,
Oh man, two is like, all right,
I
it's
think
the
two's
same.
the school buses.
Yeah, so yeah, it's like rinse and repeat, but this
Right,
time it's a school bus full of kids.
right.
Not so you get more than just these two. Okay, fine, whatever. Okay. Three and four and five are like now there's a team that hunts this thing, and has been hunting it for years, like hundreds of years. And you know what I mean? Like the De La
Uh,
Motos vampires, the second John Carpenter's
yeah,
vampires.
yeah.
Just like it's like that kind of thing, like that terrible second, like we don't need this. And the third one, I think like one of the son, like the daughter or the son or something of this farmer gets taken. So
Hmm.
now the family dedicates their lives of waiting for this day to come to like attack it. Like it goes off the rails so
Yeesh.
fast. So that's why I was saying like, no, we don't need to go there.
No,
But
no. But the first
yeah,
one will always be a classic, in my opinion. I do
I do,
feel
yeah.
like, okay, since we last week when we were talking about post Scream horror, I do feel that this one definitely hits that button of like good, like, oh, this is a good post
Right.
Scream horror movie.
Definitely a good effort for
Yeah.
sure. Yes.
It's maybe not on the line of like your Blair Witch or your, the teen, your Faculty or Urban
Right.
Legend or uh I Know What You
I
Did.
w- I would put this above Urban Legend pretty quickly.
You
Um,
might.
right, yeah, of course it's just my opinion, but
Right.
because the acting in this one is at least mostly believable. In Urban Legend, everybody it's like everybody's first movie,
Yeah.
and they're all trying to steal the show from each other, except for the redhead. Everybody else is trying to steal the show. Like everybody's like, this is my big break. Like everybody acts like that. Like
Yeah,
I
we
love
gotta
Michael.
make a like a scream. So everybody
Yeah,
overact.
yeah, I
Yeah.
love Michael
Right.
Rosenbaum, but his overacting
Yeah.
is ridiculous. But anyways, yeah, so I would put this like up there over that for me, but I think that it's original. I think that it did a really good
It's
job at
original.
the
Yeah.
things that it did. I like the way the camera was cutting back and forth between the cars when the cops are following him, the creeper,
Hmm.
or
Hmm.
the cop cars following them to the church. It is a shame that we never got back to the church to see it on
See it
fire.
on fire, right.
That would have been a good place, like to like build tension of like all the cops are dealing with this, but they know that like he's watching them and they know that, and they're trying to point him out, but everybody's dealing with the fire. Like it could have been something to build more tension, than just like killing them cops.
Right. Right. Do
But
you feel like this one deserves a remake in the future?
I mean, I see that's the thing because it
Throw
has.
some money on it more than what they had and
Well,
you know.
that yeah, so that's the thing though. The most recent one was like 2023.
Geesh. I didn't know
So
all that.
everybody keeps remaking them, but nobody's putting effort into it, and they
Right.
keep trying to change the story. So like I don't think it works. I
Okay.
think from everything that I've seen, it just gets worse and worse. The CGI is bad. They don't have a person in a suit. They don't.
Right.
So I don't think that it would be done well enough for me to want to see it again. What do you
Hmm.
think?
I see like something that can be like remade and like dealt with, or even like a prequel story of like how he got to the church
Just watch the
and
rest of them. Just watch.
uh
Just watch the rest of
is
them.
that
Just
all?
it's
But
all of it's there and none of it's worth it. So
okay.
so it's all
All
there.
right, well, maybe I will have to at least dip my toes in that pool.
Yeah,
So,
just skip two and go to three because two is like, all right, whatever. But just skip right to 3 and then
Mm,
skip halfway into 4. It doesn't even fucking matter at that point. Like,
right.
I think in 4 and 5, the creeper's in it for like 2 minutes. Like they did, it's all about like assembling this like
Team.
group of people. Yeah, this team, like
What
literally a team.
haven't we done? You
Yeah,
know.
right. But yeah, so
In that case, Jacob, hey, would you go see this in the theater?
I think I did.
You think
I
you did?
think this is one of the ones that was like date night movie in
Right.
2001.
Right. Oh, horror movie coming
Yeah.
out. I would not. I'm not like I think it's good and I really enjoy it, but there's nothing here that makes me wanna maybe that first scene, yeah, to go see it in the theater, but
I think that this works well for like what you mentioned recently in a review of like the Rocky Horror Picture idea,
mm,
where like you all go and like throw popcorn at the screen and talk shit to
just
it. And
rip
it's
it.
not,
Yeah.
yeah, it's not to like actually watch the movie. It's just to have fun at the movies.
People dressed up and shit. Fucking on a physical copy.
Yeah, I got it on VHS and DVD.
I don't know if I have any of them.
I think
Like,
I even have Jeepers Creepers 2 on VHS too.
whoa.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Fucking cult classic that. Is this
I
a
think
cult?
I think kinda, yeah, a little bit. I'm not saying it's a good example of a cult classic. I just think that like the people who like it,
Right.
and there is a little following for it. But again, I think it gets ruined by the rest of them. So
Right. I think yeah, this is like if it was a one and done, I think it would be a little
it would
bit
be, yeah,
more like,
yeah,
oh, Jeepers Creepers, but it made money, so let's make more of that money. And it's like, are you sure? Because it's just gonna keep losing it. So, um, hey, you
for
recommend
sure.
this movie?
Um, yeah, I don't think I need to.
You
I
don't think?
think that this movie's new enough and old enough that everybody's seen it, if
Mm,
that makes sense. Like our
no, it does.
generation and a little bit, above our generation has probably seen this.
Right.
And everybody's young enough to have grown up with an older brother or a friend with an older brother to have seen this movie as a kid.
Right. Right.
So, and it's definitely one like I watched my daughter watched it. Like she didn't find it scary. She thought
No,
it was
it's
fun.
not very
Like,
much blood. I mean, there's a
yeah,
little bit of blood here and there,
yeah,
but there's nothing in here that garners like, oh my God, fucking
yeah.
other than
I
like you
did
said, the
skip the
cars. So,
well, yeah, the cars. That's horrible. I did skip the part where